All right, friends. So this is that time of the year where we start talking to you about the Wealth Summit. Now, Wealth Summit is a really exciting event every single year, but this year is very, very special because of a couple of reasons. Number one, we have a new president. And whenever you have a new president, there are new tax policies. So we get to talk about those. How do we plan our next 3-4 years? So in this Wealth Summit, typically we talk about what's happening this year, but this particular Wealth Summit is so important because it's going to set up the framework for next 3-4 years. So that's very important. Number two, Feds have recently cut rates. That's also a big shift in our economy because before, either rates were going up or they were stable. But now Fed is saying, hey, look, we are going to continue to give us a rate cut. What are the implications of those rate cuts? So that's another reason why Wealth Summit is going to be really important. Number three, President Trump is most likely going to continue to print more money, and that is going to have a major impact on our economy. Number four, we already have a Genius Act passed, and then now we are already in process of laying foundation of how our financial markets are going to function going forward. That is going to have a major impact on our economy. And there are many other reasons or many other things that are happening that are important to be discussed at the Wealth Summit. So I think by coming to this summit, you're going to enormously benefit because you'll be able to get all of that information and how it impacts different areas of finance all under one roof, all for one day. So you can take one day off and collect all that information. But today I want to talk to Sanjeevji and dig a little bit deeper into different specifics as to what he plans on covering at the Wealth Summit. So Sanjeevji, from your point of view, what will be the most critical thing that people need to know about the Wealth Summit this year?
See, the reason why we started the Wealth Summit was a lot of times people came forward and always ask this question, how to reduce my taxes? Or I'm making so much money. What are the ways, what are strategies to reduce my taxes? Or I'm not making money. I want to grow that money. What are the avenues that are available for me to make money and to save taxes? Or for kids who are growing up, who are doing in their like maybe teenage, 25, 30-year-old, want to learn about finances. There's no financial teaching in this area. Wealth Summit was started with that idea to have those people come around, understand the things that are going around, not only in the tax field, but also in associated areas like real estate, legacy planning. We have other areas like business owners, side hustles, and other things, banking sectors. And definitely this is a platform where a lot of real estate and other professionals do come forward and talk about all those areas. Now, the most important thing in this Wealth Summit, which we are going to talk about, is of course one big beautiful bill, which has impacted a lot in the sphere of not only individual taxes but business tax planning. It has created avenues for how to grow your money, save your money, and build and grow more and more. So how to build more, how to save more, and how to increase your wealth in this country, and how to pass on to your kids, your beneficiaries. So it's a very good bill, one big beautiful bill. If you look on the outside of it, it looks like it is not saving anything. But if you look inside the details, a lot of things are there for that. That's one big beautiful bill. Also, not only this bill, we're going to talk about a lot of other strategies. We have been covering this every Wealth Summit about generation skipping. What are ways we can save taxes from not only from today but also for the future? What are ways, strategies out there? Because like I said, people have made a lot of money or people have made not much money. They might be laid off, worried about their future. What are the ways we can look into? The real estate is one area where people do look into it. Real estate definitely will be a big part. Side businesses, side hustle definitely will be a big part. Business planning, stock option planning is also areas where we're going to talk about that. Investment planning. A lot of people do talk about investments. They're lost which areas are good for investment for tax purposes. For example, if you're making a lot of money, instead of investing in those areas where it gives dividends, you can invest in growth-oriented funds. So this is one example. So there are other investment strategies which one should look into it. We ignore it, but one should look into that. Estate planning, definitely we're going to cover that. And also we are going to provide options for people where the areas where one can start their business. There are several options available. Of course, we have the foreign income and the reporting requirements. We're going to talk about foreign assets reporting, which is one important area. So all those things will be there in the Wealth Summit.
So let me kind of give you a brief overview as to how the Wealth Summit is set up, especially if you're new to Wealth Summit, you haven't been there. So we start out around 8 o'clock in the morning, and you come in, you check in, you get to meet Sanjeevji. I'm there, our staff is there, a lot of vendors are there. There'll be a estate planning attorney, corporate attorney, there'll be a real estate professionals, mortgage people, bankers, refinance, investment advisors. So all kind of people there related to finance. So you get to meet with them, have some tea, coffee, some snacks, enjoy your time. And about 9 o'clock, 9:30, we get started. And we start out with some brief introduction as to what we plan to do that day, just kind of get everybody all cranked up. And then Sanjeevji takes the stage and gives us, I'm not going to give you specific as to how each hour is structured. And the reason behind that is because that is always changing all the way to the last minute. So that's hard to predict in advance, right? But I can give you topics, and Sanjeevji kind of gave you that in a detailed format, but I can tell you in less words. For example, obviously, we want to talk about how do we save taxes for individuals? How do we save taxes for people who are making a lot of money? How about people who have side hustle? How about people who are running a small business or maybe a franchise on the side? What about some of you guys who maybe want to leverage your patent, or maybe you have some sort of royalty income, or how do you develop a business to have those kind of incomes? So we talk about all of those strategies. We talk about real estate in great detail. We talk about estate planning in great detail, investment options, oil and gas, corporate law. What are some things, for example, if you have a real estate, how should you structure it properly? What kind of contracts you should have in place? Idea is to have you all that information, and this content is kind of scheduled out throughout the day. So that's what those are the kind of lectures you can expect. Obviously, I will be there. I'll be talking about finance as well. So that'll be kind of fun. I know a lot of us do our regular meetups anyway, but doing it together at the Wealth Summit, that's going to be fun as well. So as far as content is concerned, it's always action-packed, and not just like regular content. It's not really, how can I say, Sanjeev is not like a professor that he's going to sit and take out his drawing board and start drawing things. He's very strategic in nature, like a surgeon. And he gets to the core of it. And I say this because I do attend a lot of events. I go out to a lot of finance events, and I spend a lot of money on training myself, by the way. So does Sanjeev, because it's so important. Like, we got to train ourselves as well. Otherwise, we can't bring you the good information. But the main point I'm trying to make is when I go to these events, oftentimes they'll charge me $2,000, $3,000. The real points maybe 5 or 10. Yeah. And rest of it just stories. Like, they will spend entire day telling me a story.
Yeah.
And then they will conclude with 2 main points, which they could have just said in 5 minutes. Sanjeev is the other way around. He will give you all the points, no stories. Well, I guess you have me for the stories. So I take care of that part. But that's the idea behind the Wealth Summit, right? So you're gonna collect all bunch of information all within the same day. Now, we try to keep it very entertaining, have a lot of fun with you guys. So we will have a lot of good stuff. Number one, this year, if you're booking your tickets right now, you'll be getting a free 2026 planner. Sanjeevji saw the planner first time.
Yes, great.
So
it's a very great one.
He's excited. His staff is already asking for copies. He goes like, how come we didn't add it before? So that will be our gift to you guys if you're booking your tickets right now. So please don't delay, book your tickets. I think once you see the planner, you're going to want extra copies. You're going to want one for your kids, for your spouse. Maybe give it away as a gift on birthdays. If you're planning, by the way, a lot of people do birthday parties. This planner is the best return gift you can give on those birthday parties because they're going to cherish. So I'm super excited about that. So that's one thing that you guys are all going to walk out of it. Retail value, good $50-$60. Number two, we do a lot of giveaways. So there are movie tickets, there are books. Sanjeev is very generous. Sometimes we go out to Costco or Target to buy stuff, and Sanjeev will say, no, it's too cheap. Don't buy $50 stuff. Buy at least $100 stuff, right? So he's very generous with that stuff. So there's a lot of good prizes to give away. Last year we had iPads, we had chairs, we had, all kind of really good stuff. So I think we give away a lot of gifts. There are going to be a lot of giveaways. And then on top of that, every hour or so, we try to do something different to get everybody engaged as well. So that's what happens at the Wealth Summit.
And the food also is there.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget the food. That's right. So early morning, like I said, you have snacks, you have tea, coffee, and then afternoon, you have like really great lunch. And then evening time, again, we have tea, coffee, and snacks as well. don't worry about your belly. Sanjeev got that taken care of. So plenty of food and you'll be well taken care of there. There is no parking fees. We always choose a venue where you don't have to go through a lot of hard time or hassle or anything, like very easy in and out. And this is an event where you want to really dedicate your entire day there. So come there for full day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You're going to really absolutely enjoy it. Obviously you get to meet with me, you get to meet with Sanjeev, but more importantly, get to meet with new people at the Wealth Summit. See, everybody coming to the Wealth Summit is someone very special. Why they're special? I know that. I know that they're special because they choose to improve themselves. How many people actually make that conscious decision? You might say everybody does. Not true, right? Not everybody show up to an event. And I mean, how many other Wealth Summits are you aware of? Do you know, Sanjeev ji, any other Wealth Summits?
I'm not sure at all.
Now, obviously, you've been CPA for how many years now?
25 years.
25 years. Now, you go to a lot of continuing education events.
Yes.
So do I. How exciting are they?
Boring, very boring.
Right? Now, don't you think they share the same information that we share at the Wealth Summit?
They share a lot of information, not valued up, but yeah.
Right? And how much do you pay for those events?
Oh, big amount, big number.
Right? I just want to paint the picture to you. They don't give away anything. They're not making it fun. It's boring. It takes a lot of time and effort. But here, you get so much education in just a matter of a few hours.
So one CP meeting takes about, for CPA, it takes around $300 to $400 for 8 hours.
For 8 hours, $300, $400. And by the way, in my opinion, that's cheap because some of the finance events I go to, they're well over $3,000 to $4,000.
Yes.
Okay. And like I said, I'll be lucky enough if I just walk out with
and they
one good strategy.
Just go through the manual, That's it, 1 or 2 lines per page, and not even half the time, most of the time, people are sleeping.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons, by the way, why you don't see these events, right? Nobody else tried to do it. This is the time Sanjeev ji has put aside to do his community service. So he's been doing it for many, many years, and it's very expensive to put it together as well. And if you don't trust me, when you go to the venue, talk to the manager and ask them, how much does it cost to rent out the facility for one day? You'll kind of get an idea as to how expensive it is to put these events together. But Sanjeev does it very graciously, makes it available for everyone. So right now, if you book your tickets on sanjeevcpa.com, you just go there and buy the ticket. If you're booking it right now in the month of September or in October, then number one, you're getting the Wealth Summit ticket. Number two, you're getting a free planner. So each ticket, one ticket gets one planner for free. I know a lot of people are going to ask for extra planners. I've been talking to Sanjeev ji about that, see if we are ready to go, because these planners are expensive. So we need to figure out if we can raise some extra funds to print some extra ones for people who want those extra copies. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, at the bare minimum, everybody is going to get one. Sanjeev have already committed to that one, so you are well taken care of. Number three, we have that Diwali Mela coming up, right? So you're going to get 4 tickets for Diwali Mela as well. So if you just buy one Wealth Summit ticket, you get all 3 along with it. So really, really great value. So I think there's really no reason for you not to show up. I think I give you a really great overview as to what you can expect at the event. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. You're going to walk out with a lot of information, and you're going to cherish it for the entire 2026.
Yes, looking forward for all of you to come and join me. Definitely, it is going to be a different Wealth Summit with a lot of new contents and new information. Of course, we have been doing this for several years, but this time it will be one of the, I will say, variety, different in a different manner with one big beautiful bill. Changes the entire tax scenarios. So come and join us.
And I think we kind of say that every year that, this year is going to be the best. But seriously, whenever we do it, we genuinely feel it that way. Yes. It is the best. And this year is no different. We do feel it is the best. And I gave you all a bunch of reasons already, right? We have that big, beautiful bill. And again, let's just put politics aside. Sometimes that kind of clouds our judgment. So let's not really look at it from a Democrats versus Republican point of view. We just need to look at, okay, this is what we got. How do we make the best out of it?
Plus, the timing is very important. It's coming to the end of the year where you can plan all your things, take all the right steps for saving taxes. Why not this event? This is a full day event, everything taken care of. Come and join us. Definitely, I want to see all of you there.
Yeah. And another thing before I forget, one of the important things you can do in 2026 is figure out a way how to access extra cash, because you're going to need it in 2026. Okay, there are going to be so many opportunities in real estate, in equity markets, in side business, because of all the things Sanjeev ji has said. but everything requires money. So one of the focus we are doing this year is having vendors at the Wealth Summit that makes it easy for you to access that equity in a lot of different ways. I think that's going to be very, very, very important. And then lastly, foreign income.
Of course, that's
Right.
what I said. The foreign income is an important topic with a lot of changes in India, with GST and other things that's happening in India, and the new Income Tax Act, that amendment that changed the old one, the Income Tax Act of 1961. A lot of people are moving to India. So all those things are important consideration. We are going to touch those topics which are important. And remember, there's one more tax, which is exit tax. Because people do forget about that. We're going to talk about that as well. A lot of new topics, new information, but helpful information for you to save taxes and to grow your money for this year and moving forward.
And lastly, I'll leave you with this, guy. Every year at the end of the day, we put at least hour and a half, 2 hours aside, depending upon how fast we go through all the content. Sometimes that can be overwhelming. And I think this year is going to be one of that, just because we have too much content.
Yes.
So that might be a restriction. But generally speaking, we're going to try our best to at least leave an hour for live Q&A. So what I mean by live Q&A, Sanjeev ji is on the stage, all the attorneys on the stage, real estate people, the mortgage people, the bankers. I am there. And we open up for Q&A for everyone. So anybody can ask whatever question they want. So all of us can benefit from it. And as you're asking questions, we do a lot of giveaways. And matter of fact, that is perhaps one of the most exciting time of the year. People really get to enjoy. And then you have your tea, coffee as well. So I invite you to come to the Wealth Summit. Bring your friends. I think it's always much more fun to come to the Wealth Summit with a friend. Invite if you have young kids, maybe 17, 18, where you want to lay out a foundation for them to learn about finance. Really good. If you can bring your spouse, that would be really awesome. I mean, oftentimes people come by themselves, and I understand because somebody needs to take care of their home and all that. So I get that, no complaint there. I'm just saying, if both a husband and wife are familiar with these things, I think they will just have a better outcome from a financial point of view. That's why we say, if possible, bring them here. And we would love to see more engagement, more attendance from women. Every single Wealth Summit, we just don't have as many women at the Wealth Summit, which is kind of sad because, women just have as much of thinking power as men, if not. So why are we leaving that resource out,
Even
right?
the kids also important. It's meant for everybody.
So please, if you see somebody maybe in your office or whatnot, encourage them to come to the Wealth Summit. I think it's a great gift that you can give away. So I think I gave you a lot of great ideas. But still, if you have a question, concern, you want to talk about something, maybe you're a vendor, you want to set up a booth or something like that at the Wealth Summit, reach out to me. Best way to contact me is from WhatsApp. My number is 510-435-7368. You can send me a quick message. Many of you guys obviously are probably connected with me anyway, one way or the other. But if you don't have it, that's the way to reach out to me. And tell me, hey, this is what I would like to do at the Wealth Summit. This is what I'm thinking. If you have a feedback, whatnot, let me know. Sanjeev ji, anything else you want to talk about Wealth Summit?
No, I just want to make sure that everybody, each one of us who are listening to me, each one of you guys, come over and let's make some money here.
Yeah, I think I was just talking to Sanjeev ji right off the camera. I was like, I'm so excited about 26, 27, 28. Me and Sanjeev ji has been working together for many years. I have been never so excited about the future as I am right now. So please take advantage of it. So if you think you don't need this Wealth Summit, or if you think, oh, I already know it, trust me, you're going to learn something new. I always do. But it is possible that you might know a lot of it, okay? But all you need is one new piece of information, that will make a day.
That's a big one.
That is a huge one. Often, and and if you believe that way, by the way, I don't blame you, because I used to be like that, like know-it-all kind of guy. As I start to learn more and more about finance, then I arrived at the conclusion that I haven't even started the elementary course of finance. So that's how much I know, just to give you an idea. Sanjeev ji has probably already done his PhD, but that's a different story. All right, guys, I'll see you at the Wealth Summit. And please do bring your friend, family member. And if there's anything I can do to help, then reach out to me.
Thank you.